Happy holidays, beautiful. Can you believe that the year is already almost at its end? I mean, we are entering 2022 or 2022, however you want to say that. Um, I wanted to share something with you that I was thinking about this week. I was thinking about how anytime we go through a big process of transformation from something old into something new, it seems that we always have to go through a period of chaos. And that has to do, from an energetic point of view, that's how it works in the universe, right? When we go from an established pattern of energies, like how the energies have found themselves in a certain pattern and grid that have created the reality that we're used to, if we want to change that reality, if we're going to go through a transformational process, then those patterns need to come apart. And while the energies are finding a new pattern and a new grid for something new to manifest, it's always chaotic in that time in between. And that sure seems right now that we are in an incredible chaotic time. And I feel like that's where we are. We are in that middle process of chaos. We came from the old, we are going to the new, and in the middle there is chaos. So, how do we go through the chaos? How do we do that? How do we find our balance, and how do we stay kind of happy, and how do we take care of ourselves through the chaos? Well, it has to do with the coherence between our minds and our hearts. And that's the card that I actually drew a couple of days ago. This is the card. Let me see if I can get it there. There. The card, yes, here it is. Coherence. And coherence means finding alignment. Coherence means that something starts aligning, vibrating at the same frequency, something that's it fits, something that flows together. It's also what you see behind me. That's the activation for coherence. And when we talk about coherence between the mind and the heart, we mean that we need to make sure that what the thoughts that our minds are thinking are in alignment with the feelings that our hearts are generating. So when we walk around and we run around and we keep telling ourselves, like, oh my gosh, life is so hard, it's all going so fast, I don't know what to do, I'm so scared, and our hearts are trying to find a different feeling, it's not going to work, right? We have to get them in alignment. So we have to make sure that we change the words that we say, change the stories around what we want to feel. Like, if we want to feel in balance, then our stories need to reflect, our words and our thoughts need to reflect the way we feel. And if they don't, we're going to be out of coherence, and we're going to be kind of in chaos. And it kind of happened to me over the last couple of weeks. I've been going through an incredible, exciting time, but also a little bit of a challenging time for me, because I launched my new book, Modern Merlin, Uncover Your Magical Powers. And there was just a lot of pressure going up to that launch. You know, the expectations are high. I had deadlines I had to work to. I wanted to launch my online course as well at the same time. So I was constantly running. I felt stressed. I felt kind of pressured. And I noticed that my heart was beating really fast. And even at night, my heart rate wasn't coming down as much. I know this because I have an aura ring. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but this ring here, it keeps track at night of my heartbeat. So in the morning I can tell. Well, my ring actually tells me, like, hey, something kept your heartbeat up. So I started seeing a pattern, and I was talking to a dear friend of mine that knows a lot about heart math and the coherence of mind and heart. And I was asking her, so what do I do? How do I get my heart rate down? And she said, it's all about the coherence. She said, you need to find the coherence between, get aware of the thoughts you're thinking. What kind of thoughts are you giving energy to, and are you focusing on? excuse me, and also get your heart rate down by really going inside and breathing. And she actually told me in order to slow our heart rates down, we have to get our breath down to 6 breaths per minute. That's really slow. So I've been practicing that. So what I've been doing over the last 10 days or so, I've been diving deeply into my meditation practice. I get up in the morning again and I make sure that I meditate, that no matter what, I meditate, because that is something that really helps me. It helps me to anchor, it helps me to get clear, and it helps my body because my heart rate goes noticeably down while I'm in meditation. And I use guided meditations. I don't know if you ever meditate. It is actually something that I talk about in my book and also in my course. And I also talk about how meditation is really not that hard, and we don't have to do it like for long periods of time. Even like a simple couple of minutes check in with yourself during the day, especially in this time of chaos, this time of the holidays where everything just seems heightened and it feels like we're all together in a big pressure cooker. It helps to just sit down for a few moments, maybe close your eyes and just check in with your body, with your heart. Take a couple of deep breaths. And that is also why I started a little series that I just launched last week. It is called Merlin Moments. They are either 30 seconds or 1 minute little meditations that I put on Reel. And I am creating those to invite you and to remind you that you can just take 1 minute in the middle of your day, no matter where you are, whether you're at the office or in the middle of the grocery store or you're in your car. You can just take 1 minute, look at the screen. They are all animated, sacred geometry. I put music under it and I guide you into 1 minute of breathing, coming back to yourself, finding your center, and I give you a couple of things to contemplate and to help you with that. So, that all said, Coherence, beautiful. Make sure that you take some time for yourself, do your breathing, check in, take it slow, love each other, and stay safe out there. Happy holidays.